Last Friday, I made a video saying that Activision had shut down 4 cheat providers. They'd managed to do it through legal means, and I was wondering if it would make a difference. In that video, I decided, no, it probably wouldn't. The perception of cheaters is bigger than the actual cheating problem. But then today, we played for just over 5 hours, I think, and oh my god, the cheating problem is awful now. Like, this is the worst I've seen cheating since Caldera. Like, back in Caldera, you had people rage hacking, spinning around, shooting people out of the sky as they spawned back in from the gulag. People literally flying cars around the map. We're not at that level yet, but out of that 5 hours, I would say there were maybe 1 or 2 games where we didn't see at least one cheater. I also have text chat turned off for obvious reasons when I'm streaming, but according to people I was playing with, in pretty much every game there was also those accounts advertising cheats in Chinese too. Now, there's a few reasons I can think of that we might have seen more cheaters today. First of all, we were playing in quads. Most of the time I play solos or sometimes duos, so playing in quads, I think there's probably more people playing that mode and there's probably more cheaters playing in that mode. Secondly, there were a lot less people playing Warzone this morning than I think there ever has been on Steam before. It had reached some new lows on the Steam player count, so again, if there's less players, then you're more likely to get put in matches against people who are cheating. And there's definitely a chance that we were wrong about some of these people too. Like, I'm showing you some footage here. We'll go through some footage towards the second half of this video, just looking at why I think some of these people are cheating. But there's definitely a chance that instead of just getting put up against cheaters, we were getting put up against really incredibly good players. Like, we saw a few people with top 250 tags and things like that. But there were definitely some people today who were 100% cheating. Like, there were some people who were so obviously cheating, they weren't even really trying to hide it. And I don't know what Activision can do about this for the launch of Verdansk. We're just over a week away now from Season 3, from this big thing that they're trying to do, bringing people back to the game. And if people come back after having not played for a while, and they experience the game like this, like they're hopping in with their friends, they hop into quads, and they get utterly destroyed by people that are looking through walls and have aimbot, they're immediately going to quit again. I'm not sure that the cheats can be stopped by Ricochet. That's not saying that Ricochet isn't good enough exactly. I think every major game is having problems with cheating right now. I just don't think the cheats can be stopped. It's a constant game of catching up with cheat developers, making new workarounds and things like that, finding new ways to hide what they're doing. I don't think it's possible for Activision to do it. We were talking on stream today about how Microsoft have been trying to stop viruses and malware and stuff like that since the internet basically started up, and they still can't do it. Like, that's all of Microsoft's kind of business division working on Windows. They haven't been able to do it. Why do we think Activision would be able to do it with Call of Duty? So, as I said in the last video, I think they need to make console-only crossplay the default for Season 3 and just abandon PC at this point. And I'm speaking as someone that would very much like to play on PC. You know, I have a 5090 that I've just bought. I'd love to be playing on PC, but I just think they need to give up on PC because it's a lost cause. Or they could give us the option to play full games with bots as opponents, kind of like how Boot Camp works, but just say, hey, if you want to play in a lobby where we'll find people who are at your level, and then anyone who's not at your level will fill up the rest of the game with bots, I would be a big fan of that, because, you know, the bots don't cheat, and clearly Activision have lost the war against cheaters. So let's break down some of these clips and talk about why I think they're cheating. I'll number these ones from now on below, so if you want to talk in the comments about which ones you think definitely are cheating or definitely aren't cheating, and you want to explain why, that would be super interesting to me. So leave your comments below, and of course don't forget to hit the like button. Right, let's get going. So this first one I wanted to show as a point of comparison. This one I know was legit, so I just want to show what I think it looks like when you get killed by someone that had every right to kill you. So you can see here, I know my bounty's up here. Obviously, it's a bounty. They know that I'm coming for them. They know that I'm getting close. I've got a UAV so I can see where in the building it is. I know he's over in that corner. Obviously don't know if he's up or down, but then as soon as I go around the corner, I can see he's kind of moving around up near those rafters. And then when I see him, I start shooting, whiff a bunch of shots into the rafters, miss a couple, and he ends up killing me. Then when I watch the kill cam, you can see, oh, he saw me when I started shooting. He did still miss some shots. You know, his aim kind of drifted to left and right a little bit, but he hit enough shots to kill me. So here's the first one where I thought somebody was cheating. So just to give you the context of this part of the game, I can see one of my teammates is completely dead. The other two have gulag, but I thought I need to try and get a little bit of money back to try and buy that guy back. I finally made it over 3,000, so I'm heading over to the buy station. I haven't seen any sign that there's anyone there. I'm not on a UAV, you can see in the top left. So I hop on over there, buy the random back. It takes me a little while because the menu doesn't seem to show whether you've highlighted it or not, which was a little bit weird. But then I've got a precision airstrike on me, so I know somebody knows I'm here. I duck into the building, and then the guy comes through the window, starts shooting me. I thought I had a decent chance, but he absolutely wrecks me. Then from his point of view, he's looking at me through that wall before I pop out. Like, he knows exactly where I am in that room. Okay, so this next one is maybe one of the most obvious ones in the game. Like, this is one of the most obvious ones from our entire play session today. So I was taking some pot shots over here, but we all needed to move up away from the edge of the zone a little bit. So we were crossing over, and we knew there were a few people who kind of knew where we were. There's a few people sniping at us, a few other people taking pot shots at us, so we were being a little bit careful. And I went into this building just to see if I could loot a little bit. We're still like relatively early on in the game. I was just shooting on over there because that's where some teammates said that they were getting shot from, so I thought I'd give it a go. Then when I run out here, I get burnt down surprisingly quickly. Didn't seem that suspicious, but then watch this kill cam. He looked at me through the wall there, looked away, and then followed me out the building and then shot me. That was super blatant. This one is much more borderline. So I'm in the gulag, I'm in a smoke cloud, and then I get shot kind of through the smoke. That time it looks quite bad, but then when I see it from their perspective, I'm not sure. He looks like he didn't really know where I was, then maybe he saw a shadow in the smoke and shot that. Not sure whether that one was cheating or not. I didn't report him, obviously. Now for number 5, I did report this guy, I think, because I think this is pretty blatant. So I hear that there's a gunfight going on over here with the rest of my team. I run in to see if I can help. There's some explosions and stuff. I see that he's just behind a fire truck. I shoot him and he guns me down. Doesn't look too bad there when we see it from his perspective. Maybe the kill cam was broken, but look at this. He just stays completely locked onto me, even though he was plating when he started shooting, and then hip firing and then aimed. This one's another one that I'm not so sure about. So I was just rezzing Feeder's Navadaddy here, and then we decided that we were going to attack from 2 different angles. So he was going to push down the stairs, and I'm going to jump through the skylight. They could have heard me running over here, but look, when I jump through the skylight, trying to take him by surprise, at the same time as he's fighting him on the stairs, I jump down and we both die at the same time. Then look at the kill cam. That guy knew that I was about to drop down. He could see my feet a tiny bit, so maybe that was legit. Again, I didn't report him. This is yet another one I'm not so sure about. So in the gulag, I decided to do what a lot of people do and run up to the cover on the right. When I did this, as soon as I was there, I started getting shot at, so he'd guessed correctly where I was, and then he killed me super quickly. From his point of view, he started shooting and aiming straight away before he even saw me, and even managed to hit me with every bullet, even when I was behind the wall. Now this next one could just be really good aim. Let me know what you think. So I was running here, I wanted to go res Flynn. Feeder's Navadaddy was still alive behind me, but as we were running over there, we started getting attacked, and Feeder's Navadaddy basically gunned down behind me. So I hop on over here, I can see on the minimap someone coming around this corner, so I shoot him. Maybe he'll think that I was cheating from doing that, because that was a little bit sus. But anyway, then I go to the buy station, and unsurprisingly on the buy station, immediately murdered. Now, when I watched the kill cam here, the only thing that I thought about this was there's no recoil when he shoots me. Look at this. Absolute beams from a cypher from that range. No recoil at all. This one really annoyed me. So I do this in the gulag sometimes. Jack Frag showed me actually, where you hide behind this box and then wait for them to come look for you being AFK, and then you shoot them. But this guy knew what I was up to straight away. And I'm not sure how, because he went left, so he didn't see me run over there. But it definitely seems that he knew exactly where I was. Okay, so another slightly dubious one here. So I was just running out, trying to catch up my team, and then when I ran out there, I started getting shot in the back. I decided to take some cover around here, run out, and then get gunned down while I get stuck on a bloody car. From their perspective, they run out, and they seem to know exactly where I am, And then you see how he tracks me perfectly, not thinking that maybe I was going to stay behind there or anything. He knew that I was running through to pop out the other side. Now for one where it looks, when I get killed, not that weird, like he was shooting through a doorway, that's fine. But look at it from his perspective, where he was shooting directly at me, not missing a shot. Then as soon as I die, he immediately snaps to the other person that's right behind me. Now this one was super weird because I definitely deserved to die here, but just the way it happened was super odd. So I decided to res feelers while there was someone coming, then I accidentally mantle up here and then get murdered. But watch his view as I accidentally mantle. He's shooting me, killing me, then as soon as I go up, it just jerks upwards, which I don't think was something he could have predicted I was going to do, because I didn't know I was going to do that. Now this next one I don't really think was hacking, but it's an interesting thing where I basically do the exact thing that I think looks suspicious from the other person. So look when I kill the guy that's just outside this door, how my aim follows him down as he gets down, probably auto aim. That wasn't sus to me, because I know I'm not cheating, but then someone bursts in here and does exactly the same thing to me, and in their kill cam, I thought it was sus that they burst me down and then their aim automatically follows me down to the ground. Look, just there. I thought that was sus, but looking back at this video, it's like, oh, I'd literally just done the exact same thing to someone else. So I think that's an example of aim assist rather than any sort of cheats. And maybe that could explain this last one too. So I go up onto the roof here. I know somebody's up on the roof. We go up there. I'm following feelers. I think, okay, there's someone there. I can start shooting him a little bit. I foolishly chase him out, and then as I shoot him, he just burns me down. But looking from his perspective, it seems like he just seems to be able to follow me perfectly no matter what I'm doing. Is that just aim assist? Probably, to be honest. So there we have it. There's 14 situations where I think things looked a little bit sus, and some of them, looking back at it now, looking back at the footage, I'm like, oh yeah, that was probably fine actually. There probably wasn't anything wrong with that. But I would say there's a good like 6 or 7 of those that I'm fairly sure the people were cheating. Let me know in the comments which ones of those you thought were cheating, how many overall do you think were cheating, and can you explain away any of the ones that I'm definitely saying are suspicious? It's worth noting all of those matches were from one session today. All of those deaths happened in one session. My teammates were complaining that they felt similar things were happening to them, and we didn't see a single person get like ricocheted or get kicked or anything. I haven't had any alerts saying that my reports had been acted on or anything like that. So it feels a little bit like today cheating's just become an absolute nightmare in Warzone. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.